Hey, I'm E. You got legend. This Anything Goes
podcast. And like we normally say, this podcast can be very controversial. It's our own life experiences, our own opinions. It is what it is. If you have not heard, hopefully you'll know soon, we were nominated for the Baltimore Media Impact Awards for our best podcast of the year. Well, new podcast of the year, I'm sorry. And also, your girl Legend was nominated for Female Podcaster of the Year. So with that being said, let's clap it up. Come on, can we get some round of applause? Like, this is an accomplishment. People finally know who we are a little bit. But if
that
you
shit
didn't know,
rigged. But go ahead.
it is not. Don't listen to him. But anyway, E, what do we have today?
We got a very special guest. This guy does a lot. He got non-profits, rap. I thought he sang, but we couldn't find no singing. But you want to introduce yourself, bro?
Yeah, well, look, I got to give y'all better than what E just gave me right
Oh, go
there.
ahead.
But yeah, my name is WordSmith. I'm a songwriter, performer. Also own a for-profit business and a non-profit business out here. All about entrepreneurship, especially when I get to hire more of my black people, give them jobs as well, help them realize their dreams. And also just trying to open doors for more of us out here in the black community. So I know we got a lot to talk about, so I'm going to keep it there and pass it back to E over the legend over here.
Okay, let's just clap it up, though. You sound so modest. Like,
Modesty.
you was just like,
Brother got a lot going on, huh?
woo. Let's start from the beginning, okay? I looked a little bit at your TED Talk thing that you did, and you said you was able to resign from your job from 13 years ago. So what did you do 13 years ago? Let's know, because you ain't say what you did, so.
Well, I had a secret clearance, number one.
Okay.
Worked at the Pentagon for almost 7 years. So I started working there right after 9/11. So as much as I can say right there, but I got to experience some great things. When Barack Obama was inaugurated, I got to actually be there and see that live and be a part of, I'm not going to say the security that if someone tried to shoot him or kill him. I was a part of that, but I was a part of, I would say, a team that if there was a biological attack, radiological attack, chemical attack, we would be the first to know and how to, I would say, warn the public of where they would need the shelters. Had a high profile job, and I can't say I loved it, but I do everything 100% and it supported my family for a while until my music leveled out and I could say peace,
Okay.
Okay. Was you scared?
Was I scared? Nah, I mean.
Did you cry?
None of
Did he
that.
cry?
Okay, look, I'm just asking because
Would he admit that he
when
cried?
I saw
Did he
him
cry?
when I saw him get inaugural, I was like,
Ain't no real man gonna admit that.
okay. So y'all lie. Okay.
I'm old school.
I
That's not
understand.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm
So y'all
42, so I'm from, old school, about them real men.
Oh, okay. All right. So you did that, and then one day, did you start working on your music? You always worked on your music, or was it just, let me stop for a while, let me go back into this?
No, I always worked on my music. I was just trying to be smart, about it because, I knew a lot of artists that were honestly had no jobs, but they were doing music, and I would be saying to myself, "How you supporting your career?"
He was selling drugs.
All right, so I knew that. I try to get it so y'all can go between the lines, you know what I mean? But,
Oh no, not E.
with me, I wanted it to be legit. I wanted to make legit money. I sold weed when I was in college. I tried that, did that, been through all the. There's an expiration date when you sell drugs. That's just what it is.
Do y'all hear that? There's
There's
an expiration date.
Unfortunately, it is. So
Unfortunately, there's an expiration date that comes with living, period. So, I mean, sometimes you got to get it how you got to get it. You feel me?
Well, I mean, definitely a product of your environment, as well. We all are not fortunate to grow up, with certain things. So in your community, if that's all you really see, then that's going to be probably the first thing that's going to be, that you're going to gravitate towards. But I'm trying to kind of stop that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to, I've been able to reach a level of success where I could leave out of my community, but I stay in my community. I'm still off of Lawrence in Utah because I want to be able to pretty much navigate between Sandtown and Bolton Hill and support my communities right there. It's not about being successful, leaving town, and going to live, nothing against the county, but going to live in the county just because you made it. So you got to be the example right here in the city.
But with the thing about that, they say a lot of people get killed in their own hood.
Happens all the time.
People don't want to see you make it as much as they should when you giving back to the community. But I mean, we can name a lot of rappers. Most recently, Young Dog. going to get some cookies. Like, don't nobody want to see you shine. I mean, it's the sad truth, but it's the truth.
Listen, man, my corner store is McCullough. Shout to McCullough. For sure. I know every time I go around there, you know, to me it's a positive sacrifice, you know what I'm saying? To me it's worth it. I got 2 sons, one adopted, one is my blood. So I realized that the example is bigger than even my sons. I got to show my neighborhood, I got to show my community that you can be successful despite what your surroundings are. You know what I mean? There's got to be some of us that are leaders that are kind of willing to sacrifice and know that, like you said, at any time someone could take your life because you are successful, but it still need to be seen.
That's a fact. It need to be seen, but I think it might be, maybe it's different because you're not trying to. Well, I don't know. You might be outside flossing with the big chains and the Lambos and shit. Like, I don't know, but maybe that's the difference. Because people think you more in the community trying to help the community instead of on some fly shit.
I think that's what it is because my man Scola, who I see up by McCullough a lot, I come up and I drive up and, you know, he asked me, yo, you know, your ride, that's yours? Yeah, that's mine. How you get that? Through my music.
Now
that's not heard of
promoter?
No,
okay.
I'm talking about promoter.
I'm talking about the promoter school. I thought you might
No,
talking about
I'm talking about one of my men that's on the block. You know what I mean?
Right.
What I'm saying is pulling up, and I have a black caddy, and so pulling up there, you showing success by your vehicle when you show up, but you also put a target on yourself. So I know both things are going on, but when I got my man who comes up to me and goes, yo, that's yours? Yeah, how you get that? Through my music. Now, when you able to tell somebody that, not saying, yo, standing on the block every day, robbing somebody, but to say through a gift of mine that I have, that's how I acquired this. He went into a whole story from that point on, just from me saying that yo, he going to his wallet, he's like, yo, I got this, he had a, I think it was a truck driving cert, and then he had another certification as well. He started showing me all these certifications like, yo, this is what I really do. I don't want to be out here. This is what I really do, but I can't get a job. Mm-hmm. Me just telling him that I did something legit made him open up and go, right, I'm legit too. Mm. But because you're a product of your environment, it's almost not cool to have a degree or have certificates sitting in your wallet. You know what I mean? So that's why I say I still got to stay in my community and be that example. It's not about me flossing. Mm-hmm. It's about me showing that I'm doing something the legit way. I'm getting this the legit way. I used to do what you did, so I'm not knocking you. But I'm just saying I chose a way that actually doesn't have doesn't have a limit. I can take it as far as I want with music.
That's true. That's true. So, to your music and to your gift, when did you know you was talented?
Man, my mother knew way before I did.
Really? What you was doing?
Yeah, my
mother. Because sometimes you think you talented. Mother be like, you don't shut that up. Like, I ain't trying to hear that.
I did this play when I was 8 years old and hated it. Didn't want to do it at all. But again, I always had the mentality to do everything 100%. And I remember after I did this play, my mother was so excited. And she just goes, you need to do something with entertainment. Because I was kind of a quiet kid. And she, the character I played, you had to be really expressive. Mm-hmm. And so my mother was like, I've never seen that out of you just in everyday life.
Do you remember the character?
Nah, not at all. Because I didn't care. It was just a grade for me. But my mother is stuck in her head. So through the years, football was my thing. I played football at Morgan State back in the day, class of 98.
Okay, just fucking bitches.
Yeah. Had a great time in college. Not just Morgan, but Salisbury too. So
now Morgan,
double dipped.
If you was fucking a Morgan bitch, you might want to put 2 of them things on, boy.
Oh, man,
I had the Jimmy Mac on extra tight.
Yeah, I remember that was running rampant, man. Rampant. Back in my day.
Yeah, back in your day.
Back in your day. Okay. Back in my day. As you should, as a real man, right? That's what y'all say.
I ain't gonna say so much that. I think when I went to college, I was sheltered a little bit with my parents. So when I got there, it was time to break free.
You wilded out.
Yeah, I wilded.
Yeah, that's probably what my son is doing. With that being said, for real.
I hope so.
I'm for real.
Have fun, son. Yeah, man.
So your mother knew you were talented.
Yeah.
You did the play, and then you really didn't care for it. So then what?
Took football as far as I could. I played at Morgan for a while, transferred to Salisbury, tore my meniscus, played on it for most of the year, and went from it being a couple months, rehab and surgery to being out a whole year, which would have been my senior year. So I said, all right, professionals is done. And I really didn't know what to do next. And honestly, it was my mother that popped up in my mind. And I tried out for an improv play. And got in it first try. And this love that I think was there, but it was dormant because I was all about sports. I didn't let it flourish at that time. And I remember I got in a play, changed my major my senior year to theater arts, and which was crazy. So I pretty much my senior year, I was just doing school and acting. And it panned out kind of in the end somewhat because I got an offer to go to graduate school at Penn State for acting. But I always could write music real good. I always could, I would say, put songs together, come up with songs really quick. So I kind of just said, if I don't make it at Penn State, I'm just going to jump into my music and find a good job. And that's when I got the government job and was doing the music at the same time.
Man, don't make it seem like it all just fell right in place for him and shit, huh?
I mean, honestly, when I followed my mother's word, it did. So you got to trust the process sometimes. You know what I mean? It was my fault that I ain't trust the process for the longest. So it took me longer to get kind of where I'm at
where
now.
you at now.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you consider yourself like the Baltimore Dr. Umar Johnson? I don't know.
You gotta elaborate on that, man. Come on, man. You gotta give me some more on that.
All right, well,
how do you see the parallel here?
You all about the black people doing for black.
Sure.
Well, before we get into that first,
Yeah.
Are you with a white woman right now?
I ain't with nobody, man. I'm with women of the world.
Okay.
I'll put it that way, man.
So
that means
okay. That's
Snow Bunnies could be into playing into that. Is what you're saying?
I mean, I love
He love
international
everybody.
women. Yeah, I love international women more than anything. Yeah.
Oh, good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Good answer, Family Feud.
But like, so you don't see no similarities between you and Dr. Umar Johnson?
I'm not gonna just give it and say yes
I'm
to
trying
this.
to
man.
figure
I'm
it
just
out
asking
too.
a question.
No, I'm gonna say no, man.
You don't think so?
Nah, man.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because I think my story's my story. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about like the ideology.
Nah, I don't see it, man.
All right. Asking a question. Shout out to Dr. Umar. I rock with you. Obviously he don't. I don't know what's up with this.
See, I ain't even saying that. You see how you try to throw me under the bus right there.
Oh my god. I was not expecting that.
Me either.
I'm sitting like, what? Okay, so for the kids, back to trusting your mother's word, right?
Yeah.
And everything just flowed. Could you drop some names or some projects that you worked on?
Yeah. One of the things I would say I did early on was I didn't get sucked up in just trying to be on the radio and on TV, which that should be everybody's goal, to be a superstar. But I looked at it from a business standpoint and say, how do you make long money in this game? And the easiest way to make long money I saw was writing music for the TV, for films, for games. I have over 50 songs in my catalog that's in films, games, small to big.
Okay.
Recent projects I did the NBA 2K soundtrack from last year.
Oh, really?
I'm on there, 2 songs on there. Filled the space in a song called Energy. I'm working on Siesta Keys on MTV. White show on there that I don't watch, but
Hey,
people like it.
Bag.
People like it.
Get
So
that bag.
that a show I really loved, man. It was on Netflix called Russian Doll. I did some music for that. I work with Netflix a lot, thankfully. Did Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt on there. Did some music for that. And I work with ESPN a lot as well. They use a lot of my music, so does NFL Network. So that was kind of, I looked at it different than the average artist. I would say when I entered the game, I said, if I get one thing on a TV show, I get paid the rest of my life. So I got songs that I wrote 8 years ago that I still get checks coming in. I'm chilling with y'all right now. I'm just being honest.
Right.
And so I tell every artist, shoot for the stars, but you got to be smart shooting for the stars because it's kind of like sports. Very few people get to the professionals.
Yeah.
That's the facts.
That's a fact.
It's not always the most talented ones that make it. You know what I mean?
And that is a fact. That is a fact. That is
in
a
this
fact.
day and age, it's definitely a fact.
So basically, you saying you get mailbox money?
Yeah. While I'm working hard, hustling, doing other endeavors that fill my heart and my passion, I gotten checks from.
So how them checks work out though? Like,
Yeah.
like, Cause I know like rappers say like from old songs they did, that's like, if you'll use my shit now, I got ownership to it. If you use it in a movie, they gotta mail me a check back for it. Like, so that shit, that's how your shit work. Like,
it's a couple different ways it goes. So you can make that upfront money and back end money. You
Oh,
want to
okay.
make both. So you want them to cut you a check up front to use your record, but then your Performer Rights Society, ASCAP, BMI, all that good stuff, they collect your royalties. So whatever you got that placement on, think about it like this. Say that show is in syndication and it's just running constantly and your song's on there. It's just cha-ching, cha-ching. It's just adding up.
Damn.
So you may have got 5,000 up front, but the bigger win is the back end when the show keeps playing over the span of your life and the checks just keep coming in and coming in and coming in.
That's smart.
So, there you go. It's smarter than, honestly, if you're able to deal with not being famous, if that's your thing. When your record's on the radio, it's only on there for what? 2 months, maybe if you got hit, maybe 3. Then it just, you get light rotation. The record's playing every now and then. But when you're in a film, that lives forever. Video game lives forever. TV shows live forever.
especially TV shows.
Live forever.
That's a fact.
You introduce them to new generations, and in that is that same music. So
Basically, like, you fucking a lot of bitches. God,
I've had some beautiful
damn.
experiences.
That's
Yeah.
all he get the
God
Yeah.
damn.
I
No,
don't know how he
'cause
got that out of what I just said, but
No, they know how I got it, man. They know how I got. Y'all watching? Y'all know
Oh,
I
man.
fucking got it. God damn, yo, that's crazy, man. Yeah, we gotta hang out, yo.
Oh my God.
knowledge, man.
Teach him some knowledge. Yes.
Yeah.
I want some of these bitches he rocking.
No, I would need his mind frame to go to a different. If y'all do that too, however, someone to teach the game, because you see that we're also getting into this business, doing these things like that. So actually learning a little bit of something to make the long game, get the money. I'm with. So also, let's get into being a part of the symphony.
Yeah.
How the hell did that happen? Like when I saw your profile and I was looking, I was like, oh shit, they got black people doing this.
I shouldn't be there.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that's how I looked at it.
Yeah,
and
I
that's
shouldn't
sad
be
to
there.
look at it
So
like that.
explain the symphony.
So, this was definitely fate. You know what I mean? I've always loved classical music on the low. You know what I mean? It's good, beautiful music. You know what I mean? You close your eyes, it's good music. But black culture, it's not our music. So we're not easily in tune with it. When we hear it, initially you go, I ain't with it. You can't rock to it. You know what I mean? You can't do none of that.
So is that like opera music or like?
Opera,
Or I know you got the person in front. That's it.
That's
right?
a conductor. Yeah, it's your
Okay.
conductor.
Okay.
We got a black assistant conductor named Jonathan Rush that's up there too. So we actually did a great piece together today. We did a Rosa Parks piece, original piece today that we recorded earlier. So that's what I was doing earlier today. But do y'all know of Light City? Y'all remember the Light City Festival at all? Have y'all heard of it or know of it?
I've heard of it, but
All right, so the very first Light City, I got booked for it, and so did the Baltimore Symphony Orchestra. And they had this big, CBS had this local conference where, they had the artists there, they were on the bill. And I just happened to be sitting at the table with some of the people from the symphony. And we just started talking, expressing, a love for, I would just say, exchanging different cultures, different forms of
So what
music.
you saying? It was in that neighborhood?
What's that?
You said
Which
CBS?
Yeah, the local CBS out here in Baltimore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Calvin Baker Stricker.
Yeah, and so we just happened to be talking, expressed the interest in one another, and a couple months later, he offered me to do this project called Carnival to Animals. And this piece, it's one of the few classical pieces that has narration in it, has rhyme schemes in it, and it's basically you teaching, honestly, any artist know nothing about classical instruments, you teaching about instruments through animals. So it's a good way to connect with kids, and so they let me totally revamp it, urbanize it, and it went over well. You know what I mean? It was a great mix of black people coming in, white people, Latino people, you name it. And so I ended up hosting the gala, which is where they raise a bunch of money to put on the performances. And from there, they asked me to rewrite Beethoven 9, especially Ode to Joy, which, a lot of us were singing in elementary school. And so I urbanized that, updated it to now to talk about the social issues right now. I added some poetic pieces into it as well. We added some jazz pieces in it, and that is actually going to debut in April. Y'all need to come. I'll get y'all tickets.
Okay.
Because what I'm doing too is trying to basically invite more black people to have the classical experience.
Right.
So I would love to have y'all as my guest. Whitney, even though she off camera, you're coming too. But the biggest piece we did that I'm super proud about to represent Baltimore is, y'all know Frederick Douglass is from Baltimore.
Yes.
I wrote an original piece with a black composer out here named James Lee III, who's a professor at Morgan State. We wrote a piece called Freedom's Genuine Dawn, and we did the world premiere on January 20th and the 23rd. And so this was like I said, original piece that we wrote together, and will forever be known as debuted out here in Baltimore. And it's going to be played in Boston and I believe also in Cleveland next. So
I'm just like blown away. I'm serious.
You're an impressive nigga, bro. I wasn't expecting all this.
I'm telling you. I just want to say what I can.
You gotta dig your whole history up and shit, man.
Yo.
I've been blessed to do a lot, man. It's just I'm just not a cat that I don't need all the lights. You know what I mean? I don't need all the. Everybody look at me and what I'm doing. I want my impact and legacy to be like, yo, this cat opened up a music school out here. This cat, bought me this instrument, or this cat taught me this. More than any music I'd ever write. That's my legacy. That's the stuff I'm trying to do. So.
Look at that.
Hey.
So you say you teach kids.
Mm-hmm.
What schools have you been into?
Oh, time out, yo.
You know I'm interested.
No, because I just need you to start talking regular. Don't put your sexy voice on. Cut it out, yo. I don't. Look at she already turned all the way around.
Oh my God, I've been turned around. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh God.
I see you had. As long as you comfortable though. Y'all see what she doing? Go ahead.
I fool with this cat.
I told you.
I hate him.
Got him. I see what's going on.
You don't see nothing.
She blushing. This nigga. Lord,
I ain't gonna lie, you are blushing over here.
Cause I'm laughing because he's stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the kids. Back to the interview.
God dang, you ain't.
Oh man.
I'm laughing at you.
But you said back to the kids. Oh,
back to the kids. The question, yes.
Oh, all
what
right.
I said.
I'm about to say, God dang, how long you the nigga you already want to get to the kids that quick?
Yeah, no.
God damn, let God be your condom.
Done.
Oh my
Yo,
God.
that was the statement of the night, kid. Yo,
yeah,
that's all yours.
That's in our dictionary. We coming out one soon.
Yeah, that's
I actually ain't never heard that one.
Yeah,
Bruh, that was money right there.
Oh shit.
I just coined that.
We got shirts and everything.
Yeah,
that's money.
we got shirts.
I see why. Yeah, that phrase, that's money, man.
Wait till he keep on talking. You'll see some more stuff.
No, we gonna tone it down because I see you like really feeling them. Go ahead.
No. First of all,
I don't want to fuck your shot up. You my nigga. Go ahead.
First of all,
she crying and shit. Like, Lord Jesus, God dang.
First of all, I am
Homicide.
intrigued by his profile and that he's smart and stuff that he do for the community
man.
and what he does. And you already know how I am with certain things like that. So don't do that. Anyway, back to the kids in the schools. So what schools have you went into and taught?
So, check it out. And this is real, and this is facts. Baltimore City schools, it's hard to get inside of them, right? Mm-hmm. So I've done Franklin twice, all right? Other than that, most of the schools I've been in have been international schools.
Oh, wow.
3 times in Africa, Angola, Namibia, Djibouti, and Cote d'Ivoire. Mm-hmm. This is what's crazy, and why I say it's crazy. I can get thousands of dollars to go to Africa from the Department of State. To throw big concerts, workshops, classes. I can go sit in City Hall for 6 months and get $0 and a waste of my time.
Oh, wow.
It's the facts.
Why? What do you think is the reason of it?
Because, I mean, I look at our school systems out here. Does it really look like the people up top care?
Absolutely not. We product of our environment.
But the thing about it, they have the money. So sometimes you might think they want to actually look like they spending the money on shit they should be spending it on. Because every once in a while, somebody going to check where that money going to, you would think.
Sure? You sure?
That's what I'm saying. You
it's
would
sure?
think.
All right, I'm gonna bring up something then. Y'all remember when Horseshoe Casino was built?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do y'all remember the main stipulation of why?
Money for going to schools.
Boom.
That's why I voted for the.
Where that money at? Where that money go?
Damn, that
I
is
don't
okay.
know.
Dang. Shit, I definitely don't
There's
know.
still no air conditions in public schools. I mean, my son, first week of school, how should you go to school in the summer and you go to school for one day because they got to keep sending the kids home, or they're like, this don't even come to school today because it's too hot. But you build a casino, they were supposed to flood millions of dollars into a deprived school system to just get the basic stuff that they have in the county. And that still hasn't happened. My son go to Mount Royal. You know, they had a sinkhole collapse at the playground 2 years ago?
Yeah, no, my kids used to go there.
And luckily it happened, I think, 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. You know how long it took to get fixed?
I don't remember.
Well over 6 months. Now, we know if this was in the county or unfortunately in a white suburban neighborhood,
They ain't having that.
it wouldn't even be in the condition
Well,
to
you know what
be a
they-
sinkhole. You feel what I'm saying?
It'll
What
never
they
happened
would
in the first
say
place.
is
Exactly.
by taxpayer dollars, right? So you know how they say that we're supposed to fill out the census and how many people's in the house, and that gives the money to fund, and our taxes is supposed to pay for the community, right? They say this.
I don't
I'm
believe in all
dead
that
serious.
census shit, bro.
I get you saying
not
you don't
about to
believe in that
census me.
census, but that's what they say the
Oh, I'm
basis
going
of
there.
the census are.
And
I'm
they-
not making that up.
And they say the COVID shot
That's
work
what
too.
they say. I know. Listen, I'm not. Listen, I'm telling you, that's what
Now
they
you
say.
on
So
the
they
fourth
would
one,
blame.
and you gotta get three. What is the 3 more testers?
Listen. Yeah. But they would say, okay, us not filling out the census is why they don't have the money. What
That's
would you
a
say
lie.
to that?
It's
Well,
not true.
where the money from the casinos at is what we still talking about.
I want to know where that money is.
I'm just telling
You
you,
may
that's
probably
what
spent
they would
by
say.
now. I mean, Cena been over for a couple of years, but
We know it went to Catherine P. Let me stop.
She did not do
Books.
it. No, she did.
Stephanie
Listen.
Rollins.
Listen.
Damn, who the one that the other one is in jail? They locking all them sisters up. God
yeah, the
damn.
last 3, unfortunately.
Yeah, but they got. I'm pretty sure they got good commissary. Hella noodles.
Yeah.
Hella noodles. They living it up in there.
Anyway,
Honey buns.
have you tried to do something with the Baltimore School for the Performing Arts? You know, they always put on things.
So with the
This nigga, yo.
I'm going back to him teaching.
So-
I'm just saying, can you talk regular, yo?
I am
so
talking
this is the
regular.
deal with that is that you know we actually work with them through the symphony with stuff. I personally haven't worked with them, and I don't have anything against them. They're doing great work. I want to get a music school open that I would say is not so much tuition based that's going to break a family, or you need some crazy recommendation to get into it.
So where would the money come from?
Well, that's the thing. That's why I have my nonprofit. So
Okay.
you have several ways: raising the money, grants, getting general operating expense grants, partnerships, all those things I'm looking into. Even trying to look into getting a building donated for the school. So there's no expense even coming from the nonprofit. All these empty buildings, all these developments out here with people that have money, you just got to kind of know the power players and see, you know, not making it sound bad. Some of them want a tax write-off, and not in a bad way, but say, hey, I got this building that I want to redevelop, and I want to put something good in here. And it's knowing the right person at the right time that says,
Right.
yo, I got what needs to go in this building. So boom, it's something I'm passionate about, and I get my tax write-off. So I'm trying to work that avenue along with just
Shit.
the old-fashioned
You
ways.
could work the
trying to
whole
do
North
myself.
Avenue because there's a lot of bandos on that motherfucker that been there.
Not
Trying
even-
to work that Black Arts, district because Pennsylvania Ave's 4 blocks up from where I live, and I do these Soup Bowl and Baltimore Blessing Bag events off of 1100 Lawrence Street monthly, and so they trying to revitalize it and everything, and I would love to have some in that Black Arts district, but I'm not stuck there. You know what I mean? My thing is, I look at my community and go, what's the easiest way for these kids to get to this school, be able to pay for this school, keep this school alive, that when I'm long and gone, it's still here and being impactful, in the community. So it's a big, big job and a big task, you know what I mean? But I'm definitely up for that.
So, would you be an instructor in this school or the principal, the dean? Like, what would be your role instead of just opening? Like, we know you want to open it, you want to have it for your community, but what would you do in the school? Like, would you be heavily active?
Heavily active. It would, some of my music endeavors would take a backseat. So definitely would teach some, but more be able to give jobs to teachers that are not teaching music right now, you know, and be able to give them jobs. So it's not so much about me. I want to provide the product, you know what I mean? Get these teachers in here and then get some of these kids all these kids I see every day in my community, and I go, man, you might be the next dope guitar player. Don't even know it. Next dope piano player. You don't even know it. You just out here on the block every day wasting your time.
So, like, you play instruments?
I play electric guitar, yeah. The songwriting's my thing.
All right.
Yeah.
But the fact that you want to open up a school, you know who else want to open up a school?
Here we go.
I'm just saying.
Here we go.
Dr. Umar Johnson. But y'all still don't see no similarities. But I'm gonna shut my mouth. Y'all right? Go ahead. Proceed, brother. Proceed.
Yeah. So back to the jobs. That you want to give. You say you were already offering those opportunities to a lot of black people already.
I am.
So what are some of those jobs look like for those people?
More, I would say, on the music side, as far as playing the music, but also teaching. So I got a regular drummer that I work with that also, he does my concerts, but he teaches drumming when we do. For example, we have February 7th through 11th, we got a program for my Germany audiences, but it's virtual. So what I do is I shoot them out of a studio up in Delaware, and so it looks supremely professional. It's a professional stage there, and we kick it off the first day with a hip-hop history workshop that's interactive, where we don't just sit there and talk to people through the camera. When I say it's interactive, we talk about how Kool Herc took a risk at his sister's birthday party doing that breakbeat, where he realized when the drum break hit that people was...
She don't know who Kool Herc is.
Well, Kool Herc basically, honestly, discovered hip-hop.
The original hip-hop.
So we tell them that, but then we also recreate a breakbeat live on stage. So the DJ, actually takes that loop that Kool Herc had, and we make the breakbeat. We add all the elements. So we like, this is the breakbeat, and DJ would do it. Then we go, all right, this is where the poet would come in, because he wasn't a lyricist back then. It wasn't called that. He was a poet. So then I add poetry on top of it. And then we go, all right, this is breakbeat dance. And we add breakbeat dance to it. And then we go, all right, here's some percussion, and drummer adds percussion. Then we add it all together. And you see the foundation of hip hop and go, oh, okay. I've heard this breakbeat 1,000,000 times in mad 90s hip hop joints, and it clicks for you. And you go, damn, this dude pretty much laid out hip hop in the 90s from literally looping one sound, a drum break on a record. And we show that. And then we also go through the years of hip hop. So we teach it starting in, I would say, late 80s.
What was your favorite year?
The 90s by far.
Okay.
Yeah. But we perform two records from each era. So we tell them a little bit about it, like these are the important things that help move hip hop ahead. That we show them 2 records from the air, and the kids love it because they be laughing at some of the music because they go, damn, it sounded like that back in the day. And I'm like, look, yo wouldn't be making that $5 million if it wasn't for this dude right here making $5. So they love it,
So like when you say you'll pick 2 records, what'll be your 2 records from the 90s that y'all would choose?
Man, They Want Effects. That's one of my bum stickity bum hum. I got that all rum pum 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 because I can fire your fum diddly bum. Here I come, Sapita Piper. You know what I mean? Definitely DOS Effects. Man, the second one, this is tough, man. My favorite rapper was Redman.
Okay.
From the 90s, you know what I mean? So probably Cream by Wu-Tang, man. Because it was so different when it dropped. Yeah, man. It just their whole album, 36 Chambers, when it dropped, it blew my mind. Yeah. The best era.
So did you try to write the sign? Did you try to draw it?
What, the Wu sign?
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh,
I stole my friend tape though. When he let me borrow, I straight up told him, let me borrow that. I never gave it back, man. Never. Sorry.
From you, who's the best member of Wu-Tang then? In your opinion?
Dang. Raekwon, man.
Raekwon.
Yeah, he chops him up on the mic, yeah.
What about for you? You agree with them?
Look, you know you do, yo. Come on, don't try to say
I like Ghost, man.
I know how I know you was gonna say Ghost.
I don't know.
Say Ray. I seen you wanted to say it. It's like, nah, I'm gonna say Ghost because he said Ray already.
Yeah,
you saw it, right?
I ain't gonna lie.
You just did that. Pulling his.
He
was about to vomit. Ray was like, nah, I ain't gonna do this.
I like Ray. Yeah, I ain't want to say the same shit he said.
See, that's
crazy,
the moment. Come on,
and Wu-Tang on the screen.
Oh, that's crazy. I I ain't even realized that. Yeah.
That's
So
yeah, they listening.
Nice.
So back to that, the 90s. 90s a perfect era. You do that. You said that's coming up. You off the job for the drummer.
Mm-hmm.
You
dancing,
dancing?
dance choreography, yo.
Okay.
For the DJ, he teaches a scratch master class, which is super dope because a lot of times we don't even know what the name of the scratches are. And he'll tell you, like, this is called the baby scratch. This is called the transformer scratch. And he tells you about it, who started it, who discovered it, and then he plays it for you.
That's cool.
And so everything, like I said, you get it, but it's important for kids to see an example of it.
Yeah,
because
people don't scratch no more. Everything off the laptop, so
everything.
Like, that shit kind of dead.
It's bro, when you see it, I'm telling you, man.
But yeah, like hearing that and knowing where the scratches came from, like that'll be like a good experience, man. That's good. Y'all doing that, man.
Yeah, y'all can actually tune in on the 7th. I mean, it'll be a German audience, listen in, but y'all can actually tune in and it's entertaining. It's fun to, watch. You get a lot of knowledge that y'all probably knew.
Mm-hmm.
But more than anything, you get to hear some great old school records, you know what I mean? On that joint while you learning, yeah.
So you probably be loving verses then.
Yeah, I mean, it's alright.
You don't fuck with verses?
It's alright.
God
yeah,
damn, but they bringing like it ain't like no new real artists on it.
It's not.
It's something for that era.
I like it.
What you got against verses, man?
I think I like where it's going more now, where it's more of a battle. You know how before...
That's what it was.
No, before they was hugging one another up and congratulating one another. Yeah, they was.
No, when it started...
That for real, bro.
It started with producers.
That's what I'm saying, but it was just virtual. It wasn't nobody really...
Well, yeah, but they was still going ham. Like when fucking, damn, what's the guy, yo? It was...
Feel me? You see how they do it now, where they treat it like it's a spectacle, where they come down
when they both there.
That's what I mean. Okay. That's why I'm more into it now. I'm like, that's what I thought it was gonna be.
But I mean, it started when COVID first broke, so they couldn't be in the same room together. Yeah. But Homeboy was going off. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name, but he went crazy, yo.
Which verses was it?
Which one was it?
It was the R&B guy who write a lot of records. He wrote what's the girl y'all like? That what's the girl? It's the girl all y'all like, yo. She hood. She got tattoos on her face. Summer Walker.
Okay,
he write all her music. That nigga.
London?
No, that's the producer. I'm talking about the writer. The nigga, that nigga went crazy. He went crazy, yo. He went against the Dream.
I didn't watch that.
I didn't see that one.
I didn't
see that.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
You gotta watch that one.
I didn't watch that one.
He was going psycho. Shout out to him though, cause he got them hits though. He a writer.
I think the best thing to verses, honestly, is that the younger generation get to really see.
And that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? That part I like the most out of it.
So what was your favorite one?
Probably the Locks and Diplomat joint. Yeah, Dipset joint. But it was clear to me why the Locks won. And this is one thing to me they should make a rule. Yeah, thank you. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't be allowed to play your records. Like, you got to perform everything live. Yeah. Especially if you a group. You got enough members
they had the backtrack. It wasn't like they was...
Nah, you don't even need that. You a group. You a group.
You shouldn't.
The Locks was like, play the instrument.
And that's the thing when you're a group.
Perform.
It's 3 of y'all, so...
3 of y'all.
Even if your breath control ain't there, your people's there to back you up.
It's no excuse. No, not even that. The Locks, you can tell... They more was family. They knew one another verses. Where Dipset, they was like, yo, when you write that verse? I don't even remember.
Yeah, because they was breaking up, getting back together, beefing. The Locks always been the Locks. Even if they had any beef, we ain't know.
Correct.
Because that's how our family should be.
Dipset, we knew all they beef.
Yeah, all they shit was out there. Jim Jones, Cam, Bird Gang, Purple City, Bird.
Yeah, you right, yo.
But no, my shit was Babyface and Teddy Riley though.
Yeah,
that was mine right there, yo. That was because man, people don't know the shit that Babyface done wrote.
Yeah.
Like he done wrote a lot, and the way he carried shit, they is going ham outside. Like, God, did somebody die? The fuck? Y'all got me in the project.
That's the regular sounds of the city out here, man. Look, when my kids not in the city and we be somewhere else, they be like, it's too quiet.
It's too quiet.
Yeah,
my mother called the happenings. I need to be around the happenings.
Yep. I like that, yeah. I need that background noise, man.
But yeah, Babyface, the way he carries shit, when you just know you did some fucking prolific shit, the way he talk.
He was real soft and smooth.
Yeah.
But he be saying shit that he not even trying to offend you, but you don't know if he is or not. This is how he's saying it. So yeah, I like your old swag and shit, but he wrote them records.
He was a goat.
And I love Tony.
Yeah,
I love
Tony.
We know you love Tony.
Yeah, y'all should.
So would you mind sharing something you wrote with us?
Something I wrote.
Or something
Says you gonna
dome?
spit.
I'll do something.
Or you can do a poem or something.
Yeah, let me
Whatever.
see. I'll do a mix or something.
Okay.
Let me see.
Don't
So
throw
check
the cup if you start to
Whoa,
feel the
whoa, whoa.
moment, okay?
I need a moment to unwind if you feeling me.
Oh.
Saying I'm an outcast and you don't want no enemy. Feeling like it's prison and y'all don't want no remedy. See, the system never will and never had my back. Let me stop for a second and let me run this back. I'm gonna give you something different, feel me? See, we here today and we make it proud. I'm here with E and Legend, and we gonna make this real loud. Get the camera and focus it on my grip. Here right now, every time I spit, y'all need to get a cup and give me a tip. Cause I lay it down, take a sip. Every time I spit the next bar, you gonna say, yo dog, that was it. I'm gonna say, E, sit back, hold on, get your cup and take another grip. And girl, you looking fine. I'll tell you what, your outfit, it could be a top hit. Yo, Whitney, get on the camera and just go click. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cameras. And when I come on the mic, I spit fast, got plenty stamina. A couple stutters, but I'm back on the track, cause this is a straight freestyle from the dome, and it's never whack. So listen, and this is only with my permission. Don't air nothing I said that I don't like. Cause I'm gonna send y'all something later from my lawyer and he gonna say, yo, that just ain't right. But I'm just playing. We just here and having fun. I spit my words like a machine gun, but this is it. And y'all can tell y'all, when the show is over, anything goes. And I'm the next pimp. And that's it. Freestyle off the top of your dome, my man.
Yeah, that's lit, bro.
Shoot, would you like to do our intro?
That was lit, bro.
Let's take it. Yeah.
Oh, it been a minute since this nigga freestyle, bro. God damn, that was refreshing, yo.
That's what's up.
That was refreshing, yo. God
We didn't
damn.
even know you about to start. I was telling him don't feel the music, you know.
Yeah, I ain't know you started
I was
music.
like, I was like, sit back, hold up, okay.
Oh, but I meant that. You fine, though, for real. Yeah. I decided to throw it in the rhyme, you know.
Thank you.
We're blushing all night. God damn.
Anyway, back to thank you for
She
that.
allergic to latex. I'm joking.
Woo!
Oh, yo, like God be your calm.
Oh my God.
Okay.
And as you can see, this is Anything Goes. So I want to ask you a question, right?
Yeah.
What made you agree to come on our platform? Like, we're not the biggest of the biggest yet, because we will be. Just speak that
We
every
bigger than
day.
a lot of niggas, though.
Not saying that we
Alright.
not, but what I'm saying is, like, your profile, your resume, the things that you did, you agreed to come on, like, instantly. Like, there wasn't no picture of me
And we
up
the
there.
reason a lot of niggas started podcasting, too. Let me
That
throw
is
that
true.
out there, too.
That's true. And I didn't at all like have a picture posted up on the site that we were looking for, so you didn't know who we were. What made you just want to come on? Like, why did you agree?
That's a very honest, question. I mean, my thing, the little stuff y'all had up there, I'm always about trying to raise other people up and build people up. You know, I'm not, by any means, I'm not a celebrity. I don't try to carry myself that way, so I'm not in the mode of, oh, I think I'm too big to be on this podcast or this and that. If you ask me and have interest on me coming on your show, I appreciate it. So as long as I can find time and I can be there, and you want me there, I'm going to be in the spot. And that's how, to me, every artist should carry things. Never
Real
be
nigga
above
shit, bro.
nothing. For real.
You about to
That's
make
real
me cry.
shit. No, I ain't gonna get
You
no.
touched
I ain't
his
gonna
heart.
get.
Any
You
clown
touched
artist
his heart.
down y'all, and you hit them up and they give you the garbage excuses, which I'm sure you know what they are, just bump them, keep it moving. Y'all saw I actually reached out to y'all and made sure like, yo, I'm following up this, you know what I mean, when y'all want to, you know, have me on. So
I just feel the exact same way you feel, bro. That's why she know.
This stuff ain't easy either. And this ain't easy.
I'm not about to cry. You keep saying but I just respect how, you know, you got genuine people. Like, where I come from, my word is my word. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Even if I don't want to do it, because I said I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it.
You better keep
you
it,
feel me? Like that's how I was raised. Like that's what I do. Like it's a lot of people. Oh, they wanna we gonna. Yo, where you at? Nigga, you asked to come on this. Like Like I don't niggas know how I feel about that shit. Bro. Like real shit. We ain't gonna get into that because we
whole another hour.
Yeah, I just say set a standard. Y'all standard. You know what I mean? Even if it's a big artist, honestly, if I was y'all podcast, they played y'all wrong, was brushing y'all off, not giving y'all the time. Be like, bump you. Next. I don't put up with that in business, and that's why I'm successful with business. Okay. You don't do your job, you're not prepared, you're not on your game, you can't work with me. Because you're going to cause me to, you know, go downhill. You're going to cause me to lose something that I'm working hard for. I had to learn that the hard way through the years.
Right.
You got to definitely surround yourself around people that's doing the same thing you're doing, working as hard as you, and the same passion. You know what I mean? So...
Not to mention this shit. This shit take time to set up. Like there's other people depending on this shit. Like I can have a whole venue. And you say you want to do some shit. You gonna have me looking bad. You ain't gonna have me looking bad because my word. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I'm about what I say. So you're not gonna have me looking some type of way. Proceed, brother.
Nah, man. You preaching, man. We on the same. Trust me, man. We think the same with it, man. Your word, it really should be everything. And I teach this to my kids all the time. You know, if you have kids or you got nieces, nephews, whatever, they go through that line stage. Or Whitney, come on, you know what I'm talking about. They go through this line stage, right? And I try to tell my kids, and I say, look, once you lose the trust of people, you really ain't got much in this lifetime.
That is true.
My name is my name.
It is, because anything you try to do, everybody gonna question it from that point on. Mm-hmm. You being honest, do you really need that? Is that where you really going? Instead of just being like, I'm a lookout. So I tell my kids, you got to set that good track record early in your life and be known for being reliable, trustworthy, you know, looking out for people. So don't be that other cat. Don't be that.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So out of all the things and all your accomplishments that you have done, what was your favorite?
Come on.
What was your favorite? And I know it's hard, like, because you have so many and you've done so many things, but it's got to be one thing that, like, touched you, like.
I would say going to Africa. You know, being able to perform and teach in a motherland 3 separate times. To be able to... One of my best experiences was I performed in this village called Enyer. It took 3.5 hours to get to it, and we literally was driving through jungles at times where the road was like this thin.
Oh, wow.
And it was in the middle of nowhere.
No, was the experience, was the performance?
It was a concert.
Here we go.
Oh, I ain't gonna go.
Come on, man. Don't go there with it. Come on, E. You can't even go there with that.
I ain't heard a whole lot of these places you've been.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
and
what
this
I'm saying.
Is the thing is,
I
make it a point that when I go to a place, I'll play a big area. You know what I mean? But I always make it a point that my reps that book me to go into disability centers, book me to go into homeless shelters, book me to go into prisons, book me to go into juvenile centers. And so I always get booked to in spots that are off the places where they... Thank you. So going to the spot Enyer, they never even seen a live concert in their life. All right, so you got people, so you got people who are grandparents who have never, again, there's no TV in this village.
Wow.
Oh, so you're in a village.
Village.
Oh.
Okay, so they have no introduction to TV. All music is created within their village through the instruments they make, their culture, traditions. So imagine you see this stage getting built in your village, a stage that we take granted for out here. And we be like, that's a dope stage, but we used to seeing it all the time. You get lights, subwoofer speakers. No lie, 3,000 some people in this village. The whole village was at the show.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
That's
village.
amazing.
It was just the whole village. First time they seen a live show, live band, American artists, like all these things checked off the list at one time. It was so crazy when we was done, they had to call in the military to get us back to our van. Our bus.
They were chasing you all the time?
It was crazy. And when the show was over, but it wasn't it was sad crazy because I remember so many kids rushing up to the stage and going, WordSmith, take us with you, take us back to America with you. Just wanting to have something better, something more, getting a taste. Just me doing the music I do gave them a taste of, man, there's something else out here besides just in this village.
Right.
And so it was sad at the same time, but one of the most special human experiences I've ever had in my life, because you say, there's no reason why there should be people on this earth living this bad, having nothing. Where you see their house and you go, this house was built from literally scraps that we drove past getting here. People just finding whatever they can and building whatever resemblance of a house, if you want to call it that. Not having a sewage system. Not having anything that resemble anything that look like a toilet. Okay? But the first people to come up to you and be like, have this food. Have this piece of clothing that I made. And they don't have nothing. I'm talking about they don't have nothing. And we here in America, and we won't even give people $1 half the time. And you got people with nothing. People that may be waiting for a month just to get a new pair of pants. And I'm talking about that's your one pair of pants for the year. And we crying about what we gonna wear to go to the club. These are the experiences I have in my head and why I'm so humble despite any success that I might have.
Definitely
I didn't touch the rawest of poverty. There's poverty in Baltimore, but in Africa, that's true poverty. That we don't know nothing about here, and that most of us wouldn't even live through. We would break, we would fold.
That's a fact.
One last thing, and I even bring this up, and I don't want this to come off wrong, all right? There is no such thing as mental illness in those countries like that. Okay? And I'm not saying people don't have mental illness here, because obviously they do. But why there is no mental illness or anything they could prescribe as mental illness in these countries where they're so poverty-stricken is they live under stress every day. Your every day is almost animalistic. Where am I going to eat? How am I going to eat? Where am I going to get a pair of socks? I'm in Haiti on tour, seeing kids taking funnel tubes and sticking it in cars and sucking the gasoline out the cars just to put something in their stomach.
Oh my God.
Because they so hungry and haven't eaten in a week.
Damn, so that's what fill you up. Like, I don't.
What I found out there, even though it's obviously poisonous, when you drink gasoline, it gives you a fullness. It makes you feel like you've had a meal, is what they told me. Kids are willing to do that and take a risk of, rather than deal with hunger pains, they rather take the risk of drinking gas and at least feeling like, I'm telling you, I've seen the worst of the worst. The worst of the worst.
Man, you're a well-rounded brother, man.
You gotta go, if you haven't been to Africa, make your way there, because you gotta go there and see our real people. Bad. Every place isn't like that now, all right? And I guarantee if you go to Angola, which I've been there twice, and I met a beautiful queen out there too.
I want to meet her.
You will see people that look like you out there that will blow your mind. So when I was in Cote d'Ivoire, Africa, which they speak French out there, which is crazy, they would tell me when I was out there, where you from? From America. From Angola. They thought I was from Angola by how I looked. Now tell me that's not crazy. You can't be anywhere here in America and nowhere in America someone gonna be like, you look like you from
Angola, right?
You feel me? So man, my heart jumped. I was like, you looked at me and my features and you was able to tell me that you think I'm from this part of Africa.
Is
that give me chills right now.
Angola?
No, I had a concert out there.
Okay.
I get sponsored a lot to go to these countries, man, to do concerts. But I have
a
lot of my
was out there,
international.
did you see like people where so you say I could see why they said I could be from here? Okay.
When I got to Angola, man, I swear I seen cousins and people that I easily be like, you in my family.
So bad.
Right. Easily in my family. People that I be like, you look like
And
me.
where's Angola?
You know what I mean?
That's in Africa?
That's in Africa, yeah. Yup, I went to Luanda, Angola. So, and I've been there twice.
Is Luanda, is that the same place where Don Cheadle had the movie with the Luanda Hotel?
Yeah. That's the
okay.
spot, yep. Angola is actually a decently beautiful place in Africa, you know what I mean? But you gotta go there at some point. It's important.
Well, the way you describe the shit, I don't know if I want to go there.
No, you got to, though.
I want to.
Because of what I just told you, man. It's
I'm not mad at that. I can go at the end of my vacation before the government comes get me. But
gotta go,
right now, I need a swimmer ball on the beach. They got swimmer ball?
There's beaches in Africa.
There's beaches in Africa.
But do they have a swim?
Ghana has a beautiful.
Do they have an all-inclusive resort?
They have that stuff.
There's stuff out there. When I was in Namibia is actually one of the most
beautiful.
Do they
have an all-inclusive resort with a swimmer ball?
Yes,
they
bro.
I go.
ATVs and literally out in sand dunes in the desert in Namibia.
I did that in Dubai.
So
all I need is
so what does that tell you?
Ball.
You can still do some things in your
I'm just telling you what I need. Swim up ball.
They have swim up balls.
And all-inclusive resort.
They have that.
You never been? How you know?
Because I follow this page on Instagram to travel to Africa.
Two things I hate.
They got these. They're giving packages.
Two things I hate. Girl allergic to latex and a bluffing
well, I guess you
motherfucker.
hate me, but sure. They have it.
We don't know which one she is, but go ahead.
We have the page, y'all. That you can travel to Africa.
No, you ain't gotta find it. We believe you. I don't, but they believe you. You know, your fans.
I'm about to send it to you.
Okay, that's cool.
Stop playing and I'm sending it to you.
It is, believe it or not, there's places on this earth that have never seen black folks before live.
Really?
Yeah, I went to Azerbaijan. You know where that's at?
Never heard of that. Right. You know I don't know what that's at. Okay.
So
where is it at though? Say the suspense.
So on the so it's not in Europe, but just on a map.
It's Europe adjacent.
Yeah, Europe adjacent. When I went there to do a concert, I was the first black person to step foot there in 10 years.
Ah, dang.
I'm not playing.
Was you scared?
No, I wasn't scared. Right. It's a beautiful place. They got a ton of money out there. It's very rich. Yeah. But again, that's what's important to me, is going to places like that. That's how all they know about us is the TV and films and games and different stuff. Is that all you want people to know about us? Really think about it.
No.
I don't really care.
Come on,
bro.
No, you gonna care. Cause look, when you go to these countries and they see a black, come on, dude. I'm in these places and they're like, literally openly saying to me, shaking, going, "You're black. You're black. I've only seen you on TV."
It's different because you experienced it.
He'd have been like,
if I experienced it, I probably would feel like, yeah, that's crazy. I mean. You feel me? Like you actually experienced it, but you asked me off the top, I don't give a fuck. But no.
He did serious though.
No, it's real shit though. But like if I went there and I got that same experience you got, it'd probably feel different. Like wow, like, cause I would probably feel more uplifted. Like, oh, you surprised to see a black person? Cause like where I'm from, this shit regular.
Yeah. And
not to mention, they don't really give a fuck about black lives out this motherfucker anyway. Black lives have to matter. You have to put a sign that black lives matter. That's crazy to me. Like, yes, we matter, bitch. Fuck you mean?
You led into the next thing that I was going to, why I was bringing it up. The appreciation for our skin color in these countries is gold.
I know
they
that.
They worship us in some of these other countries where we here in America and we still fighting for the same old rights. You know what I mean? So, you know, I just encourage y'all, travel, go to different countries, experience different cultures. You know what I mean? You can go somewhere in another country and
travel when I can. Don't do that. I've been out of the country, so don't do that.
Anyway. I hear you. But I do gotta start. I gotta start traveling. Yeah, she did a little bit. But I gotta start traveling like more like cultural shit too, cause I'm all about the beach and the good times. But I feel as though I ain't getting the type of money you getting, obviously. You feel me? When I gotta travel, I wanna have a good time. Don't spend this money. Niggas ain't fluing me out. Is that what y'all say? I ain't getting flued out like you, bro. Like, I gotta spend this bread, so I wanna have a good time where I go. But if I'm going with my people, we gonna have a good time regardless. But I don't care about, like, yeah, I do wanna experience new experiences and shit.
They wanna see you out there. That's the thing you gotta understand. They wanna see us out in, so they, you know, not that I have the answer, but they ask me, why they don't come out here? They have the money. And I'm like, you want the honest answer?
Right.
Yeah, I want the honest answer. They don't see the value. Ain't no money coming out here to Africa. To an American celebrity.
But all that black shit JC talk, you think you would have went out there. Cause he got the money.
That's my point.
But I'm talking about he got the money to where as though he can go out there, perform, and take whatever they want.
You don't need a profit off.
That's what I'm saying. He don't need a profit. That's basically what I'm getting to.
That's the point they making. You're rich enough that you could front it, or you could join up with one of your sponsors. You could get it. Look, you Jay-Z. You could go to anybody and be like, sponsor. I want to do a week-long tour in these locations in Africa. I want you to sponsor. So you ain't even using any of your money. It's the same thing I do, not on a level of a Jay-Z. I'm not spending my money when I go there.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's the whole point. If I'm willing and I can go there and do these concerts, why?
He damn sure can.
Yeah, exactly. So that's their biggest reason. Like, if you ever hear hate with it, it's because they don't see the effort from African Americans to come to Africa and learn about themselves. Where white folks, we learn about them from day one when we go into school. They throw it in our face. We have to actually work to find out about who we are. That's a big difference right there.
Yeah, because that shit hitting.
But even if my only thing is a lot of us don't even know who we are, where to even start, right? So a lot of people don't even want to just go over to Africa. Like, I'm just going there. This probably not even where I'm from. This probably not even my part. Yeah, it's the motherland, but where do you start? Like, how do you do it?
I think just being open to learning about your culture. You know, we don't know true black culture here. We learn it over pieces, or, you know, you might look up something and go, oh, I'm learning something new about my culture. But just being out there in African settings, I'm learning. When I would have a meal, I would learn something new about, oh, this is a traditional African meal. You feel what I'm saying? Or we go to a club and you hearing music in there. Or we doing a show and maybe the opener is a traditional African artist and they telling you this is traditional music of Angola, this traditional music of Namibia. You feel what I'm saying? You're never gonna hear that here in America. So you're losing out on so much culture just because it's not right there in your face, where regular black folks every day, they're engulfed in their culture the same way white folks are engulfed in their culture every day, all the time. Where we have to make special days for ourselves, events for ourselves, to celebrate black.
Juneteenth.
Not a made up day. I mean, it's our true Independence Day. I mean, I honestly don't celebrate 4th of July. You know what I mean? That's not our true independence.
Now, when you say you don't celebrate, can you elaborate on that? Like, if your man saying, yeah, we throwing some shit on the grill, come through.
It ain't in the name of 4th of July.
Oh, all right.
It's because he just doing a barbecue.
Okay. You gonna be like, it's just a cookout. I'm not celebrating the day, but I'm gonna go holler at my people.
There you go.
Now, when you talk about like celebrating the race and going back, now what if somebody was like, you half Indian? Would you go look back into the half Indian part too?
Why not, man? It'd be interesting to see what your true history is. Again, white folks, they know. White friends that I know, they can tell me their lineage, and I'm sitting there going,
I can tell you all I know is that we was brought over here.
No, because I was getting to you.
I know you was. Do your ancestry.
Huh?
Do your ancestry.
So do you feel as though you want to look at your Anglo-Saxon part?
I have.
You have?
I have.
Okay.
I don't really believe you. But
I actually did an ancestry.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Did it say Anglo-Saxon? Oh, I know it did.
And I can actually let you guys know. You'll be very surprised. Okay.
Well, in the meantime, while she's looking that up, which I don't believe she did it.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know what she's looking at in her phone though. Do you feel it's like knowing like your actual history helps you in any type of way? Like knowing where you came from, if it was a certain tribe or a certain mixture of races?
It's important that you know Black history, because I felt ignorant. I would probably say into my mid-20s, because I didn't really care to want to really know about true Black history. But now that I'm very knowledgeable of it, I really don't put up with a lot of the things that
I'm
I
gonna
feel.
have you read it when you do.
Okay, that I feel is about Black folks conforming to the white society. You know what I mean? They're saying, well, you want us to conform with this? Well, I know we have rights to do this same thing, so no, I'm not going to conform to that. But if you don't have that knowledge,
how would you know?
How would you know? You know what I mean? And so I just feel ignorant for the longest. So it's important to gain that knowledge, man. Because they don't want us to know it. I'm just keeping it
that's a
real.
fact.
Because if they did, they
all
would
the
teach it in
kings,
school.
the queens and kings,
Yeah.
shit went out the window. We were slaves from the jump.
Yeah.
All right, so you can go ahead and read that. You can start it off first.
So Nigeria, 26%. Okay.
Keep going.
Cameroon, Congo, Western Bantu, 19%. Germanic,
Keep going.
Europe, 14%. Okay. England, Northwestern Europe, okay. 13%. Mali, 7%. Ivory Coast, which is Cote d'Ivoire, see in Ghana, 6%. Senegal, is this Benin? Is that how you say it? In Togo, 4%. Portugal, 2%. Dope. And Ireland, 1%.
Hold on, wait a minute.
That's unique.
There you go.
Oh, Indigenous Americas North, 1%. Scotland, 1%. Sweden, 1%. Ethiopia, and how you know pronounce that? Eritrea, maybe.
1%.
Eritrea.
So that's 5 whites I done counted.
You counted 5 whites, but all the other countries is what?
They're black.
Thank you.
So.
From the
Allegedly.
motherland.
But
They are. You can look yourself.
man, you got some Scottish in you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, that's a little Scottish that you know the little skirts they be wearing.
This is not. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hey, sometimes you never know when you represent your roots. Cause I ain't asked you to put all that whiteness out there that you had up in.
It
You
didn't
did that on your
matter.
own.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
Just because you said that I ever wanted to look into things that I have.
All right, I commend you on that, yo. Cause if you watch previous episodes, like she don't like her whiteness.
It's not that I don't like my whiteness, but at the end of the day, you're black, whether you realize it or not.
This black.
1% of black, you're black.
That's true.
That's a fact.
That's the fact.
Is it really?
It is.
If I pull,
We the dominant. That's just what it is.
if I
Anything
put,
we touch, we make better.
if I put a fucking drop of lemon in a glass of water, am I really gonna taste it?
I mean,
It's like banana. You put banana in anything, you gonna taste banana.
No, but we talking about 1%. You getting off track.
We talking about banana.
Oh, if I put
You can
1%
put a little bit
of a
of
drop of
banana.
banana in a
Yes,
glass
that's
of
how
water.
potent banana is. You will taste that banana.
in the way America
That's a
look at
fact.
it, once you mix and you have black, you check black on any application, anything.
not true.
It's true.
It's
It is
not
true.
true.
It is fact.
You know, it's people who's Asian out here who's checking white.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
They really doing that?
Yes.
They should be doing
Oh,
that.
I
It
ain't know
doesn't
that.
matter what they should be. I'm telling you
I
what's
didn't know
going
they
on.
did that.
They need to stop that, man.
Okay. But do you think that's not going on?
I would hope it's not, honestly. Why?
Okay.
I mean, if you Asian, check Asian. Why would you want to? I guess
'Cause
my logic.
you get to choose a side. You saying it
I'm
from the
not-
power of black man.
I feel you. I feel you.
I'm talking about somebody who came over here from overseas. Matter of fact, we just had I listened to a podcast, Flagrant 2. It's a guy on there, he's Indian. He says being Indian coming over here, I kinda get to choose. Cause there ain't really an Indian on there. So I could choose black or white or go what I want to, but I feel as though I'm more with the blacks from my
They
skin
are
color.
black though, but go on.
But they still can choose white if they wanted to. It's all about what you want to be with. You might want to be with who you think's the hierarchy. It is what it is, bro.
Yeah, I have no
I live
answer
in
for
facts and reality.
I have no answer for that.
Okay.
All right.
No.
I got an answer for that too. Scotland, Polish.
1%.
Yeah, all right.
I am more black than I am white. That's really true. We did the math.
Says the lightest nigga on this stage. But go ahead.
68%. But there's light people. That's what you understand in Africa. People are lighter than us in Africa, and they are really black. You have blonde hair, blue eye people in Africa. I'm dead serious.
It's true.
You ever heard of
because
Eve Jean?
the way we are looked at here with white and black, they actually look at if you are like you high yellow out there, you lighter skin, you are considered to have more knowledge or.
But
better
we not
education.
talking about the people with vitiligo.
You know what I mean?
We're not talking about that. That is something different.
Well, what's the people
You know,
who
we
can't be in
about
the
to wrap
sun?
this up. We about to wrap this up.
What's the people who can't be in the sun?
Albino?
Albino, vitiligo. We not talking about that.
We're not talking about that at all. You talking about that. We're not talking about that.
No, I'm talking about. We not talking about that from what you said. It's people like me. No, it's not. What you mean?
It is. They are over
It
there. You
is.
have to
It's
go
not.
there. You need to go. You know what? Do your homework. I'm sick of you. Anyway, thank you for coming. Can you please give out your handle? We're gonna wrap this up. Could you please give out your handles where everybody can follow you, your upcoming events?
Before you do that, let me say one thing, bro. I never seen her get dressed up for a guest like she did today.
I was at a funeral today. Don't do that. I've been dressed like this all day. I've been dressed like this since 10 o'clock this morning.
Did you ever go home today?
No. I left the thing, dropped my daughter. You read the daggone text. Did you read the text?
When you drop your daughter off at?
At my sister's house.
Okay, so you never went home today.
To grab the camera and come here.
So where was the camera at?
In my dining room.
And that's your home, right?
Boy, I ain't got time to change no clothes.
I'm just
and
saying.
I hate to be here.
Cause y'all know how she come on the camera. She don't give a fuck. She come on.
Yeah. I'm fine with that.
This brother, light skinned Dr. Umar come on today. She don't know how to act. I ain't lying. She got the glasses on, little blazer. You feel me? All right. She put earrings. When the last time y'all seen her with earrings?
I had earrings on there.
Put a chain on the.
He's over exaggerating.
Cool. Okay, as you were.
Anyway, thank you for coming. Please stay in touch with us.
Oh man.
Please send us the tickets. We will definitely come.
Yeah, we'd love y'all to come.
We would definitely love to be there. So could you give out your handles for everyone, please?
Definitely. Check me out.
And E wants your number. Look.
Oh,
I ain't the one with the number.
2 dope joints y'all can come to. We doing a Biggie and Tupac mashup too.
Oh.
So y'all can either come to that one or that one. You know what I mean? Either one, it'll be a good experience for y'all, for real.
Biggie Pop, who you with?
Man, I went with Biggie, man. East Coast, man. Oh, well, E. Anyway, check me out, wordsmithmusic.com. Check me out on IG, Wordsmith Music. Twitter's Wordsmith. YouTube is Wordsmith. And if you want to check out some of my artists, man, I got a couple dope artists. I got a band from Ukraine, got an R&B singer from Haiti, and also got a really dope artist, man, that's been on death row since 1993.
Sorry.
That's named Rome Alone, that makes some really dope music, man, that we found out a way to help him record while he on death row. So if you go to newrevcamp.com, yeah, you can check out their stories, listen to their music, and support them.
Shout out that again.
It's newrevcamp.com, so NUREV camp.com. And check out my man Rome Malone, Cardinal Birds, and Stevie J.
Stevie J.
Not the Stevie J you
I'm about to say,
it's my man from Haiti, yeah, definitely not that one.
On that note, it's been another episode of Anything Goes
Podcast.